Hi, this is Suzanne Reel with Lubalee.com, where style-savvy moms buy and sell kids' clothes. Thank you for joining us for our 6-week countdown to the fall selling season. We're on week 3, and the theme of the week is called Sort It. Okay, if you're just joining us or if you've been with us all along, you'll recall that in week 1 we found it all, and in week 2 we evaluated it. I won't repeat that. You can go back and check out the posts and videos for those weeks. But last week, if you remember when we evaluated it, we created a yes, maybe pile and a no pile. Our focus this week is strictly on the yes, maybe pile. We're going to ignore the no pile and don't throw it away yet or get rid of it or send it away. We're going to save it for next week, okay? We might still be able to use it. All right, so let's get sorting. You're going to need 10 minutes to an hour depending on how big your pile is and how much experience you have with this, because there could be a little bit of a learning curve if you've never done anything like it before. The 3 steps I'm going to walk you through are, first we're going to sort it out by brand, then we're going to look for outfits and lots, and then we're going to prioritize it by selling season. Our seasons are back to school, Halloween, heavy winter, holidays. We have July, August, September, October, these waves of seasons here to get ready for. Okay, and we're getting ready for all of them right now. And this is because we really want to sell at the right things at the right time, so we're not wasting your time. Okay, so first we're going to sort by brand. I'm not going to read through all of this. You can do that. But when I did this, I had 11 piles of apparel and accessories, plus I had a pile of footwear and a pile of outerwear. One thing I want to point out, I did have to lump some brands together, but then I also had a pile of singles where I just had one thing of a particular brand, so I put all of that stuff together. Okay, so I ended up with this pile on the bed in my spare guest room. I have some Gymboree stuff here. I have Boden. I have my singles pile. I have some Gap. These are my winter coats, for example. And here's the shoes that I set aside that I want to try to sell. Step 2, after you finish that, is to look for outfits and lots. First, let's talk about what sells well individually. My threshold was it over $25 new. Under $25, people just aren't going to think it's that big of a deal because mainly they have to pay a shipping overhead when they buy online. So what does sell well individually are really unique tops, things that are in high demand or they sold out in stores, designer items. I think really good jeans and pants that are on trend can do well if they're minimally worn. Dresses, coats, footwear usually sell well individually or also in lots too. So what sells better with a lot or as an outfit? If you compare things together that were each under $25 a piece new, I think you're going to be better off than trying to sell those things individually. It's going to take less of your time to do it, and you're more likely to sell it. Another thing, anything really that's very basic or just a solid thing, for whatever reason, they just don't look that appealing online, and you're always going to do better pairing those kind of things together in a grouping, like say a whole bunch of onesies together or something, or several t-shirts together. You're going to do better as an outfit or a lot than by themselves. Well-worn things, again, put some really appealing well-worn things together in a lot and they are more likely to go than if you were to spend your time trying to list them individually. Anything with a match or from the same line, such as a Gymboree line, when you can make outfits are going to also sell better than splitting them up and trying to sell those things piece by piece, unless you have one of those things that you know is in really high demand. Small accessories too, such as socks. Maybe new with tags, really great socks, okay, but usually socks and very small accessories do well when paired with other things. Okay, so when making outfits, here's just some general guidelines. They need to be the same size. Your pieces need to all be the same brand, same condition, and matching. So just think matching outfits, up to 4 pieces. So here I have a Gymboree set, all matching. It actually has a little hair pony there too. And down here, this is interesting because these pants, just plain brown knit pants, are not going to sell well on their own. And I don't think this shirt will either. It's a really cute print, but it's a very basic shirt. No embellishment, nothing fancy about it. So I think these two things will definitely sell better when paired together. Okay? When making lots, the most important thing is that they're all the same size. This is how people search for lots, is by size. They could be different brands, they could be different conditions. They should go together, like some kind of a theme. They don't have to match, but they do all kind of go together. And on Lubelee, your lot can weigh up to 16 pounds. So it could be a lot of things or a few things. Here I have 5 Gap t-shirts that any one of them will be difficult to sell on its own, but together they look really appealing. And these 2 Boden pants, they're definitely over $25 each, but I think I'm just guessing they're going to sell better together as a pair than they would individually. Inevitably, you're going to end up with some extras that really aren't going to sell well individually, don't go with a lot, don't have a matching piece. And if that's the case, just for now, at least move them to your no pile. You may find a way to integrate them in later, but they're really probably not worth the time it's going to take you to continue dealing with them and trying to list them. Okay? Final step is step 3, where we're going to sort by season. I want you to do one thing before you start separating things up and prioritizing them by season. Please keep your Gymboree stuff kind of together, as we do this, so that you can easily find it all at one time. This is going to be really important when we go find those line names in an upcoming step. Okay, so fall and back to school would be these things. Obviously, school uniform, lighter weight jackets and lightweight sweaters, jean jackets, jeans, all the things that you start wearing as the weather cools off and are nice enough to wear to back to school. Here's my pile. Next, in August, believe it or not, you're going to start listing your costume and Halloween stuff. This can be costumes, accessories that go with costumes, tutus, dress-up clothing, and Halloween-themed clothing. Keep your brands in mind still. There's so many Halloween costumes out there that just have no brand on them. And one thing in particular to look for is Disney. Really, the things you want to try to sell online are your Disney themed, really Disney store authentic costumes. Not your Disney themed things that you might get at Walmart, but authentic Disney store items. And there's a lot of specialty brands that make costumes too. In September, you're going to list your heavy winter things, so I want you to separate those out. These are going to be your coats and all your heavier fabrics, corduroy, heavier sweaters, velour and velvets, and obviously any snow gear, snow boots, etc. And I think a lot of the fashion boots like Uggs and your tall winter boots start selling better in September too. And finally, the holidays. So all of your holiday dresses and outfits, holiday themed clothing, and all of your winter formal wear, you want to start listing that in October. Your holidays here are Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah. You might even have some New Year themed things. And I want to make a note about Valentine's Day because that really creeps up on you. You're going to want to get that listed really ideally at the very end of December or 1st of January. Okay, then everything else, we're worrying about that later. All right, so I want to wish you luck. This really shouldn't take you that long. Some of the hardest part will just be making decisions on outfits and lots. And if you have questions or want to run anything by us, leave a comment on our blog, on our Facebook page or write to us at customercare@lubelee.com. And I'll see you next week with step 4, which I'm calling Accessorize It. Thanks!